What's up, y'all, man? We got another video. We got NBA player murdered after girlfriend asked for his help by law and crime investigation.
Around 1:30 a.m., just hours after Mother's Day, Orange County Sheriff's officers respond to a shooting on Orlando's east side. When officers arrive at the scene, they're greeted with chaos.
Oh, Jesus.
What was your name?
Alright, back up.
Yes, sir.
Back up.
Oh, he's in the
Have
car.
mercy.
County 125.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Lord.
Black male, GSW to the chest, unresponsive, no pulse.
Damn.
I'm gonna try to get him out of the car and start CPR.
One call came down here.
Who's the shooter?
We're not sure. He has dreads with the white shirt.
Okay.
Oh, I think, yeah, we don't know.
Okay. Stay there.
Wait, where? He knows where he's at? Oh, he does.
Stop! Come here! You're on the phone? Come here.
I'm on the phone with him.
Okay, stop.
I'm right
Who are you pointing to?
The deputy said,
Stop.
don't point towards me.
Stop.
This is my home, sir.
Oh, it's not him.
Stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back. Do it now.
Oh, wait. Maybe it is him.
Drop the phone. Drop the phone.
Who are you pointing at?
No, I am the shooter. I shot him. He tried
Oh.
attacking me in my house. You don't have to be so rough, buddy.
Well, I'm trying to get your hands so it's easier for the handcuffs.
Yeah, I'm right here.
The shooter identifies himself
Well, I
as
thought you just said it wasn't him.
29-year-old Lawrence Doherty.
Can you take me back in front of my house?
No. You're going to the back of this car.
This is ridiculous.
I don't got no lights on? He can't even see.
This is my home.
Hold on. I know.
This is my home. This is my home.
Okay, well, we're just detained for now.
This is my home. This is literally my house and my
We're just
mail.
making sure you don't have any,
No, I don't have anything. Can we go back to my house, boss?
Not right now.
not right now, man.
Why?
Because it's considered a crime scene right now, so.
I don't have anything.
Well, we just have to double check, that's it, man.
Do me a favor. You're going to take a seat, bud. Okay?
Yeah.
Just have
Go
a
take a
seat.
seat.
Can I call my lawyer?
Hold on. Yeah. Like I
Can you
said,
give my phone so I can call my lawyer?
give me a
You
second.
can't use your phone right now.
Right now, you're being detained.
Go ahead and put the feet in for me.
Just yards away, his victim clings to life.
You guys gonna be able to save him? So we're gonna try and do, man. Right now, I just need you to stand over on the side of the walk, all right?
The distraught woman identifies herself as Tara Walker. She tells police the victim is her boyfriend, 31-year-old former NBA player Adreian Payne, a power forward who spent 4 seasons in the league.
How's it going, man?
I wonder, like, why he stopped playing so fast. Because, I mean, he only went 4 years.
It's early to say, but it don't look good. So, I'm not a medic though.
Within minutes, paramedics
Damn.
arrive, and Adreian is rushed to a nearby hospital. Meanwhile,
Nice
Lawrence
shoulders.
tells police he's the real victim.
I got out of my dad's truck and I seen this gentleman outside of my house and I've seen his car multiple times. And I ran up to his car. I walked over to his car and he got out of his
You
car.
ran
He's
up-
7 feet tall, sir. You see how tall I am? He reached in his pants like he's gonna grab for his gun. I ran inside of my house. I have my son and my father in the truck and I protected us. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
But why am I
Damn.
in handcuffs?
Because you just shot somebody. Where did you put the gun inside
My
the
gun,
house?
it's in the house. I will show you.
Well, you can't go
Show
inside
me.
the house as a crime scene.
You're treating me like a suspect, brother.
Unfortunately, you are a suspect.
Do I not have like the right in my house to stand my ground?
That's why we're doing the investigation, to see what truly happened.
Officers quickly
What happened
identify
then?
2 other key eyewitnesses, one being Adrian's girlfriend, Tara.
Why am I here though? Why am I
Because
not
you
in the
were here.
hospital?
You were here in the scene.
But he has no
You
family
witnessed
here.
everything.
I wish he
So it's like go back in time.
The second eyewitness, Lawrence's father Larry, appears to be in shock too.
Sir, take a breath. I know
You
it's a
crying?
lot. Take a breath for me, okay? Listen. So far, what happened?
Well, I was bringing my son and his son home.
To this house?
Yeah. And he see this guy coming up, right, and the guy got out of the car. They exchanged words, and I said, hey, are you okay? And he said, no. So he goes back to the house, and then this guy here, he's going to move, and then my son says, shoot him.
Just
He's going,
shoot him? Okay.
he's going to move.
I know it's a lot, man. I know it's a lot. Do you know the guy that shot him?
That's my son.
Larry tells police his grandson, Lawrence's 10-year-old son, was in the truck with him when the shooting occurred. In the ensuing mayhem, he's gone missing.
We gotta find the 10-year-old.
Damn.
10-year-old took off running.
Police locate the frightened child inside his house and contact his mother, Lawrence's girlfriend Tatiana Mesa, to come get him.
Real quick, your mom just wants to at least see you and make sure you're good, all right, man?
Mommy,
I got it.
where are you?
As officers process the scene
At least the kids are
from the
alright.
hospital.
At least the kids are alright.
As officers process the scene, they receive word from the hospital. Adreian Payne has been pronounced dead from a gunshot wound to the chest.
Man, R.I.P to him, press his family.
Later that morning, Lawrence Doherty is charged with first-degree murder. He pleads not guilty, citing self-defense. Now it's up to detectives to figure out if he's telling the truth or not. They bring in Adrian's girlfriend, Tara Walker, to get her side of the story.
Tara, tell me what happened tonight.
So, my best friend is Tatiana Mesa. And she
Wait,
texted
isn't
me
that the girlfriend of him?
around 104.
Right? Am I tripping? Shit, I don't know.
a.m. and said, hey, are you awake? And I responded back to her and told her, yeah. And she
1 o'clock in the
responded
morning?
back and said, please meet me at my house in 15 minutes. And I said, is everything okay? She didn't respond back.
Tatiana Mesa is Lawrence's
That's
longtime
what I said.
girlfriend and the mother of his son. According to Tara, Tatiana and Lawrence have a very toxic relationship. Their fights often turn ugly.
We always go through this, and I'm
Hey, y'all make sure y'all have healthy relationships, people, bro. Or, like, when y'all get in relationships, make sure y'all have healthy relationships.
like the mediator. Like I always am like,
Especially if y'all got kids with them. That's why you gotta wait, bro. So y'all get married to have kids, bro. Watch y'all get married
to
to.
like calm him down, like not necessarily say the protector, but there to make sure that he doesn't physically harm her.
After Tatiana texted her, Tara got in her car and headed to Lawrence's house. On her way there, she called Adrian.
So I was on the phone with my boyfriend, which is Adreian, and he was on his way to my house, and I told him, I gotta stop by Todd, something's going on. She asked me to come. Usually it's an emergency, it's this late at night. And he was like, well, get off the highway and meet you there, I'm almost there. And I'm like, no, babe, just go home and be with the kids.
I see. I see why he did leave. I see.
Let me just go see what's going on. And Lawrence is hot-headed, and
Because I feel like if he knows that that guy's always gonna be like mad and shit like that, that's why he wouldn't go.
want
So he can protect him.
to feel like, you know, you're there for something. He's like, no, I'm there for you because last time he was in your face, and you know, he's just disrespectful and he's nasty.
Oh, he's in her face?
Tara says she and Adrian remained on the phone, and he got to Lawrence's house before she did.
I was on the phone with him. I could hear Lawrence telling him, why are you at
That's
my
a good boyfriend, though. I ain't gonna lie.
house? Why are you at my house? See, there was no like argument. It was just like, why are you here? And Adrian is just like, you know, get on. Like, I'm not dealing with you.
Minutes later, when Tara arrived at Lawrence and Tatiana's house, Tatiana wasn't there. She didn't see Lawrence either.
By this time, Lawrence had walked back into the house. I'm assuming he walked in the house to go get his gun.
Tara says Adrian was...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If anybody walks in their house, like, if y'all in an argument, someone walks in their house or walks to their car, walks to their trunk, walks to the back of the house, whatever. If they walk away in general and they're mad, I wouldn't stay there for too long.
Parked on the street in front of Lawrence's house.
From be real with you, bro.
And then I walked over to his car to tell him, babe, I'm gonna go inside. Like, don't even come in the house, because he's obviously hot-headed.
And he was sitting in the car at that time?
Sitting in the car, and he opened his door.
With his leg out?
And he had his leg out, yeah.
So you park your car, you get out, you're talking to Adreian at the car, and while you're there talking to him, Lawrence comes out.
I turn around to go walk, and I see Lawrence coming out. So I kind of like slow down because I can see he has.
But that's like if you do, like if someone goes in the house to get something or whatever, if you do stay there, you got to be aware of like where they put their hands at. If I'm saying,
This in his white shirt.
Okay. Could you tell what it was right away?
Yeah, I knew it was a gun.
Okay. What made you know it was a gun?
By the way he was holding it. By the way he was holding himself. And I hear Larry say, Lawrence, what you got? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing, Lawrence? And then Lawrence pulls his gun out. And he raises it. And I raise my hands up and I'm like, please, Lawrence, like, Todd told us to come. Todd told me to come. He's here for me to make sure I'm good. And
yo, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I feel like low key, like, I wouldn't be surprised if people said it was her, the other girl's fault, bro. Because she said she wasn't even there at the time. So they pretty much just went over her house for nothing, to be real. I feel like at that point, honestly, the tag girl should have just went to her house. To her and Adrian's house instead of, well, that's what I'm saying, because I'm assuming she had a car, so why does he say that she wanted them to go over her house when she could have just drove her car to their house and tell her what happened from there?
Are you here?
Because realistically, he probably could get away with that little self-defense thing if they're at his house, but if they would have came there, you know, the couple's house, that would have never happened.
He just shot him. And then I like turned back around and I seen Adreian grab his chest and like lean over to the passenger side and then come back to the driver's side. And I'm watching as Lawrence just kind of like just pushes his hair back and then just turns around and just gradually walks.
Oh, that's mad.
Like nothing ever happened.
All right.
Oh yeah, there's been crazy people in the world.
Did he say anything besides why are you here? Did he say anything else?
Nothing.
How many gunshots did you hear?
One.
Just one? Okay. At that time, did Adreian have anything in his hands?
No.
Okay. Oh, this officer doing a good job.
Not even a cell phone?
He didn't grab a cell phone. He was literally sitting there just watching.
Okay.
You see both hands. You can see what he's doing clear as day.
Okay. Does Adreian have a gun?
No.
Okay, so he doesn't have a gun. Does he, while you were there, he didn't make any motions like he had a gun?
No.
All right, Tara, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear everything we talked about tonight is true?
I swear.
Okay.
I wish it wasn't. I wish to God it wasn't.
Okay.
I wish this was a dream. Oh, God.
When detectives speak with Tatiana Mesa, she confirms she texted Tara and asked her to meet her at the scene. Tatiana also reveals why she reached out to Tara for help. Hours before the shooting, she and Lawrence took their son to Larry's house for a family gathering, and that's when the trouble began.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie too. Like stuff like this, like if you have a toxic relationship, bring that around your family too. But I just feel like that's not like you can't do that, bro. That's why you gotta watch who y'all date before y'all even go to y'all families and stuff like that, bro. Because you don't want to have your family introduce somebody that's toxic. You feel me? Because I feel like some family members may not even tell you like, oh, you shouldn't be with this person, or they may tell you, you might just not listen because you brought about lust or whatever it is.
Mother's Day. And then, you know, we're just talking about some past, and my past specifically, and he was just getting upset, and I was getting upset, obviously, about his past, you know, and
But see, that too, like, that's just, like, I feel like it's a little bit of insecurity and jealousy. Like, you can't get mad at somebody for their past, bro. But I used to be the same way, I ain't gonna lie to you.
As the conversation increased, you know, he mentioned some things about my past that really, really upset me, so when he was in front of me, in my face talking about it, I kind of like pushed him back and he had pushed me back. And so that's when he said he wanted to go home.
In their house, the family
offered him a ride.
He then drove Lawrence home with your 10-year-old?
Yeah.
And you stayed behind?
Right.
Tatiana stayed behind and texted Tara to meet her at Lawrence's house. She was still at Larry's house.
But she didn't even go to...
What did she tell you?
She said, Adreian is dead.
And did she tell you how that came to be? Did she tell you anything?
She has not explained anything to me.
Because she wasn't there, Tatiana can't speak to the shooting.
But I don't understand why she went, like, why she went to meet them there if she wasn't there.
Lawrence's father, Larry, can.
Kind of help me understand what happened here tonight.
I was bringing my son home. I had my grandson in the truck. And we see the car. I thought it was an SUV. Because it had the lights on real bright, pointing at the truck. I said, well, who was that, Lawrence? He said he didn't know. He just mumbled. And he got out of the truck.
Okay, so you stated Lawrence got out.
Yeah, Lawrence got out as if I don't know who the boy was. I'm just now, this is my first time ever seeing him. And he went up to approach the guy to talk to him. The guy was real tall. And he had a couple words. And when he was leaving, going back, and I said, is everything okay? And I don't know if he said, I don't know or what, right? But then I see the guy get out of the truck, the car again. It's like he made a motion, and I said, what are you doing? And next thing you know, I hear a shot. I start yelling and screaming. Everything just happened so quick.
Right. When you heard the gunshot, were you still inside your truck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was looking out my window.
So after the gunshot, Lawrence, what does Lawrence do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what he did. I didn't see anything after
that. So you get out of your truck, you go...
I run to see what's going on with the boy.
Okay.
I see him in a car shot. I try to give CPR.
Okay. Did you pull him out of the car? Was he
No. I was telling him to stay with me. I grabbed his hand, see if I could feel anything.
Okay.
I could hear him at first.
Okay, let's see try to help him.
I could hear him.
Okay.
I could hear him. I said, stay with me, boy, stay with me.
Right.
I grabbed his hand, and by the end, you guys start shooting up.
At the scene, Lawrence told officers Adreian was armed. Tara said he wasn't. Detectives put the question to Larry.
Did you ever see him pull out a gun?
No.
Did his hands come up like he was holding a gun?
Not that I'm aware of.
There was no gun found on Adreian at the scene, so police perform a thorough search of his car.
Okay. Got a basketball in there, some McDonald's.
And they come up empty.
Like a mallet.
With no proof to back his story. Lawrence's self-defense claim appears to be on shaky ground. As the investigation continues, Adreian Payne is laid to rest in his home state of Ohio.
R.I.P, bro.
At his packed memorial service, family, friends, and former teammates paid tribute to the man they describe as a gentle giant, and who overcame a tough childhood to achieve his dreams of making it to the NBA. Months pass, and as Lawrence Doherty prepares for his day in court, his legal team files a motion to have his case dismissed. They argue that under the controversial Stand Your Ground law, Lawrence had the right to use deadly force against Adreian because he believed him to be a legitimate threat. The request is denied. In July of 2025, the case finally heads to trial.
So we're now going to
Well, you can get, you won't have to go to jail if you believe that you are in danger. But that's all. That's what you got to do.
The opening statements of the attorneys and then start moving into the witnesses' testimony.
One by one, witnesses take the stand, including Adrian's girlfriend, Tara Walker. During her testimony, a hush falls over the courtroom when prosecutors introduce footage of the shooting that was recovered from a neighbor's home security camera.
Oh, that takes a lot of courage to have this video in the background, knowing what happened to your boyfriend too.
All right, so I want to go back through that and ask you a few questions about some of the voices and things that we're hearing on the video.
Okay.
That voice that we hear there, is that your voice?
Correct, yes.
And what are you saying there?
Do not pull your gun out.
On cross-examination, the defense tries to paint Tara as a biased witness.
No, just sound like that.
That's just heartless, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But you know that this girl literally watched her whole husband or boyfriend die, and You say that she's biased, bro? I ain't gonna lie.
Ignorant question, and pardon my ignorance, but it was fair to say you love Mr. Payne, right?
Correct.
You wouldn't want him to have a bad name, would you?
No.
It's true, you would do anything to protect his name, right?
What do you mean by anything?
Yeah, I'm like, I
Fair,
don't.
would you?
No, not necessarily.
No further questions.
I'm like, he went with the wrong thing.
Leading up.
Oh, I think maybe he's trying to say like she'll lie, maybe to protect his
To
name.
the trial, the question on everyone's mind
That's what I'm
is,
assuming what
will
he means.
Lawrence
Oh,
take the stand in his own defense? Hours after Tara's testimony, that question is answered.
All right, you may call your first witness.
I would like to call Mr. Lawrence Doherty.
Mr. Doherty, if you'll make your way over to the witness box for me, please.
You recall what happened on May 9th, 2022?
Yes, I do.
Did you explain to the court and the jury what happened?
Well, around 1:30 in the morning, me, my son, and my dad went to my house. My father was taking me and my son home. And as we arrived, I see the car parked at the corner of my home. And I automatically assumed it was Tara. So I thought it was weird that she was parked right there, because she would typically park in the driveway or in front of the house. And so I walk over there to greet her, to say, hey, you know, why are you parked here? And Mr. Payne gets out of the car. And when he gets out of the car, he's looking down at me. He has his hand in his waistband, and I can see like something silver sticking out on the side of his hip with his hand on it. And I asked him, what are you doing here? And he said, I'm not playing with you, I'll smoke you. I said, what? I threw my hands in the air.
Wait, but that's not what they said in it.
And
I don't know.
I started freaking out. My dad rolls down the window and asked me, is everything okay? And I told him, I don't know. So I go inside of my home. I retrieve my firearm so I could safely get my son in the house. And so as I return back outside, I see Mr. Payne has moved his car up even more. And he's gotten out of his car again. And so I'm standing in my driveway and I'm asking him, why are you here? What are you doing here? Why are you here? Can you please leave? Can you please leave? And he's just staring at me.
Did you have a relationship with him at all?
No, sir.
Did you invite him to your home?
Relationship?
I'm sorry?
No, sir.
Why did you go back in the house? Why did you go in the house?
Because I felt...
And why'd you come back out?
I thought I was gonna die.
Why'd you feel that way, though?
He's outside my house. He's telling me he's gonna smoke me. I have my son outside. I have my father outside. He's there by himself. Nobody. I did.
Y'all believe this, bro?
When you came back outside, you had this firearm. First of all, did you have a concealed weapon permit?
Yes, sir.
Or had you taken self-defense classes before?
Yes, sir.
When you came out, did you have any additional words or anything was said by you at that time?
Yes.
What was that, if anything?
I said, can you please leave? Why are you here? Can you please leave? What are you here for?
Okay, so I got a question. So if you were scared of your life, right, why did you go inside and come back out? That's honestly what I want to know. Why didn't you go inside, call the police, or something, call somebody something? Because I mean, realistically, if you go back out, if you know he says he's gonna smoke you, right? If you go back outside, you have less likely of surviving if he actually is gonna do that. In my opinion, like if someone tells me, okay, if I go outside my house, they're like, oh, I'm gonna smoke you, right? And I go back inside and I come back outside, they already have leverage because they could be standing there with the gun out the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Or as soon as they hear the door open, they stand out there with the gun out. They already have leverage on you because they already, for me, know, like even before you open the door, as soon as you open the door, it's their game, basically. Unless you already have the gun up, it's over. So I don't see why, if you were scared of your life, why you would go back outside. Because I feel like personally, you'll be safer in the house than you would be outside. Or you'll be safer in the house than going back outside.
What was the response that you got?
He didn't say anything. He was just staring at me.
Did Mr. Payne appear to reach for something?
Yes. When I was saying, why are you here? You need to leave. You need to leave. Why are you here? I seen him going like this, putting his hand up, like he's raising a gun towards me. And I shot one time, and I called the police, and I put my son in the house.
Mr. Doherty,
But he said he wanted to make sure his son got out safely, so that's why he grabbed the firearm. So,
do this question.
Why did he do it after?
Your firearm in the hand or in the possession of Mr.
Yes.
Well,
you feel like your life was in danger?
Yes. Me, my son, and my father.
But how is the son and the father in danger if he was pointed at you? I don't know, bro.
No further questions, John.
On cross-examination, the prosecution hammers away at Lawrence's testimony.
I want to talk about some other things that you said in your direct testimony.
Hey, let me let's see what you got to
You
say.
were very clear in your testimony 5-10 minutes ago when your attorney asked you, did you see a firearm, right? You said, yes, I saw a firearm. That was your testimony just 10 minutes ago, right?
Indeed.
Correct?
Correct.
In a dramatic moment, it appears Lawrence's previous statement to detectives comes back to haunt him.
So, Mr. Doherty, I'm going to read from this transcript, starting at line 25 on page 35. Detective Gilberti, this is his question to you. Okay, did you ever see a gun? Mr. Doherty, I cannot say I necessarily saw a gun, but if you're giving me this gesture, I've taken concealed weapons classes. I've taken defense classes before. If somebody approaches me like this, and that's your answer. So
I'm gonna be honest, like I said, bro. If a nigga says they gonna smoke me and they got a gun and I don't, I'm running. I'm not finna damn go inside and come back outside. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it smooth with you.
Cannot definitively say and honestly say to this jury.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
Oh.
Stand.
You cannot say definitively that you saw a gun, can you?
Objection, Your Honor. Same objection. Argumentative.
Stand. I had been waiting and sitting in the back of a police car for 7-8 hours. I was in the interview room for 6-7 hours. I hadn't slept. I was beyond tired. And my recollection of what happened could have been maybe, I don't...
No. Because you just want to say it.
You didn't say it then, but you're saying it now, right?
I said it,
Nah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Now, you mentioned in your direct testimony that you were concerned for your son and for your father who were present at the time of the shooting, right?
You about to say what I said?
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I apologize.
But even by your own telling, there was never any threat by the victim made to your son, right?
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Because how was he going to say that his kids were in danger and his father if he never even... I don't even think the dad knew that the kid and father was even there. Like, he never had a altercation with them. So you can't necessarily say that they were in danger if they were never,
Overruled.
There was never a threat.
There was never any threat made
That's
by
what I
the victim
said.
to your
That's what I
son,
just said.
Correct.
Is that correct?
I said correct.
And there was never any threat made by the victim to your father, right?
Correct. It doesn't have to be made to them, though.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
That's not how that works, bro.
Now, you would also agree that...
Because even the dad said that the player didn't have a gun, bro. So
where the victim was parked was not your property, right?
The neighborhood is considered my property. I don't own the neighborhood, but it's my dwelling. That's where I live.
that's not how that works either, bro. No, the neighborhood is not your property, bro. You just said how is the neighborhood your property and you don't own the neighborhood? That doesn't make sense. I ain't gonna lie, fam. No, I'm not going for that, bro.
But to be clear,
No, fam. That's not how that works.
Mr. Payne never set foot in your house, right?
No.
Indeed.
Now, when you went inside your home to arm yourself with a firearm, in this case,
Bro, I didn't call the police.
the victim didn't follow you, right?
No.
He stayed by his car.
Correct.
Indeed.
And so you went in. You would have had time at that point to call
Call the
911
police.
if
That's
you
what I
felt
said.
necessary.
Correct.
But you didn't do that, did you?
No.
Did you?
I didn't think it was necessary at that moment.
What? You didn't think calling the police because your life is in danger is necessary? Come on, bro. I ain't
What
gonna
you deemed was necessary was to get your firearm
and go
go
back
outside
outside.
and kill it, right?
No.
But that's what you did.
After Lawrence's testimony, the defense rests.
He
and
said
the
that's not
jury
what I
moves
wanted
to
to happen.
deliberations. The next day, on July 30th, 2025, they reach a verdict.
All right, the verdict forms are in order. If you'll go ahead and please read the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the Ninth Judicial Circuit in and for Orange County, Florida, the state of Florida versus Lawrence Doherty, case number 2022, CF 5250. Verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder as charged in the information. So say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida.
A month later, a judge delivers his fate.
Given all of that, I'm going to impose the following sentence. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the offense, sentence you to life in the Florida Department of Corrections with a life minimum mandatory for possession, discharge, and death of the alleged victim in this case with a firearm.
While Lawrence Doherty's life sentence finally brings closure to the case, Adreian Payne's loved ones are left carrying the pain of his senseless death with them forever.
You stole the man who was supposed to guide our son through life. The man
Hey,
who
I
was
ain't got
supposed to be there for his first
My
step.
fault.
The man who was supposed
carrying
the
pain of his senseless death with them forever.
You stole the man who was supposed to guide our son through life. The man who was supposed to be there for his first steps, his birthday, his first day of school, his graduations, and every special moment in between. Adreian is gone. Lawrence. He's buried 6 feet under. He was 31 years old, the same age you are today. For that, may God forgive you, because I cannot.
Wait.
Any other questions or
I
concerns?
mean, I wouldn't necessarily say you can't, but I see what you mean.
All right, sir, you have the right to appeal the judgment and sentence to the court. If you wish to do so, it has to be done in writing within the next 30 days. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney for the purpose of an appeal, one could be appointed for you. We'll be in recess.
What'd he say? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, hey, Cap. Shout out Long Crown Investigates. But hey, R.I.P, bro. And that's what I did say too. I feel like I said, bro. I wouldn't say this necessarily. I would not say necessarily this. And like I said, I'm never going to say like, oh, well, this is their fault that this happened. But I just feel like it's not necessarily never get involved. It's just levels to it. Like I feel like he didn't have to go there. Like, I feel like I said, next time if this happens again, like to somebody else's family, next time if it's a toxic relationship and y'all like just so happen to have to be together, whatever y'all have kids, just make it to where that person goes to a friend's house instead of, because I still don't understand why they had them go to their house, like the NBA player Adreian and the wife or his girl, why they went to their house with the Doherty guy if she wasn't there. Because I would assume that they were wanting them to go over there to protect her. So why would they go there if she's not even there? You feel me? Because I would think, okay, well, if they said that the girlfriend was at the dad's house, why they went to go to the dad's house and pick her up and then talk about it from there instead of them going to, feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, these are right. I ain't gonna cap. I'm sure I'm sure we saw from the thread. Indeed. The son is okay. Online. Well, like I said, bro. End of the day, bro. R.I.P. Adrian. Prayers to his family. They said he had a kid too. Prayers to the girlfriend too, and just his family in general. Like I told y'all, bro. Stop being in toxic relationships. Cause shit, I ain't gonna lie. I want to know what the girl say. Like the Tatiana girl, I want to know what she'd say for herself after this. Cause I wonder if they're still friends, like Tatiana and the girlfriend. Let's just pray though. Let's protect Adrian's family. Just help everybody be able to learn from this and just stay away from toxic relationships. Just let you send them their person and just find peace with them themselves and you until that time comes. So help us be able to make good decisions and just try and not get ourselves in situations like these. Just let you handle them. We could try to help somebody, try to tell them to find somebody else or just be to themselves. If they don't, just leave it to you and allow you to take control. Just leave anything that happens to you. But we live there without you. Just help the family be back healthy. Just help the kid be able to stay strong too. Both of the kids actually, for both of the families. Hopefully they can eventually forgive Lawrence for what he did. Hopefully Lawrence can, be able to just learn from this situation and just turn to you as well and allow you to be his protector, and just make people be more of, have faith more in you, to be the protection rather than, weapons and, things of that nature, the hands, whatever you want to call them. Love you, nothing without you. Shaman, love you. Shaman. Well, yeah, man, just so y'all, R.I.P. Adrian, prayers to his family. Y'all stay safe, man. Prayers to Lars' family, too. Yeah, man, more yesterday, man. Peace out.